scripture this morning are a few verses in the midst of Matthew's rendition of the Sermon on the Mount. The words of Jesus teaching his people. May we learn something. I'll be reading the words in yellow and invite you to read aloud together those words in white. You've heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy.
But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous.
Once went to a 4-day seminar convention on neuroscience and addiction. I understood about every fifth word or so, but it was quite fascinating. It happened to be in Las Vegas. But it was still a serious event. And among the things that you discovered, even among neuroscientists and the like, was their assertion that the placebo effect is a very real thing. The placebo effect that most of us imagine in situations where everyone's handed a pill that's going to heal them of their current cold or flu or illness, but some of them might simply be a sugar pill that the person receiving it believes firmly is the magic medicine. And somehow, among many of those people receiving the placebo, they still find the same healing impact as those who took the real medicine. It's never 100%, but even those of us who take the real medicine don't always get over our illness all that well. But a highly significant percentage of people experience the placebo effect, establishing to some extent that what we believe for many of us is what's real. And that not only does it shape our attitudes, but it impacts our biology. And certainly can therefore influence our behavior. What we believe oftentimes shapes us in powerful ways, whether it's true or not. In our nation, perhaps in our community, perhaps in our family, perhaps in us. We experience that in the influences that racism and sexism have had on our culture. Sometimes we believe in white supremacy in subtle ways, and it influences us. Sometimes we believe that men are somehow more superior, that women are somehow less worthy. And it influences us, however untrue it may be. No matter how much evidence we may have right in front of our eyes of how untrue it may be, the placebo effect, believing something, whether it's true or not, shapes our attitudes, our behaviors, and perhaps even our biology. I grew up and have spent most of my life in southern Indiana. We seldom sit and reflect upon how much impact our particular environment has on what we believe, oftentimes because many of us who've never been elsewhere for any significant amount of time recognize that the whole world doesn't experience what we experience here. Most of my life, when I read this particular, the end of today's passage, about how it rains on the righteous and the unrighteous, how it rains on the just and the unjust, how it rains on the good and the evil, I've always thought that it meant that there is some continued, consistent reality that bad things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people, which in itself is confounding enough in our experience. But recently I've come to realize that may just be a placebo effect, shaped in fact by my experience of rain. You know, rain was the thing that made you stay inside when you wanted to go out and play. It made you find something to do at your desk instead of going out on the playground for recess. It is what kept you from playing in the game or watching the game that you had tickets to because it was rain delayed or rained out. Rain was what made work outside harder, more interminable, or impossible. Rain was bad news. Here in southern Indiana, we get Washington, Princeton, Evansville, 48 to 50 inches of rain a year on average. We had most of it yesterday. And days like yesterday shaped my attitude about rain. Rain is what we worry is going to flood the basement floor. Rain is what we're worried is going to cause my sump pump at home to fail and bring the water up there. Rain is what's going to find whatever weakness there is in my roof and ruin my home. Rain is bad news because I grew up in southern Indiana. If you went to the Olympic Peninsula, just across the water from Seattle, there close to the Pacific Ocean, you could find on the peninsula Mount Olympus, the place on the planet that receives the most annual snowfall every year. Just to the west, between the mountains and the ocean, the whole rainforest, national rainforest, small but significant, will receive 170 to 200 inches of rain a year. And it simply could not be a rainforest if it weren't receiving 170 to 200 inches a year. The rain is what makes it what it is. And certain life exists only because of the rain, and certain plants grow only because of the rain. The entire amazing, astounding beauty of the rainforest is possible only because it rains that much, that often. Rain is not bad news, it's what makes it what it is. But when you reflect even a little more precisely upon Matthew, it's helpful to understand that in many parts of Israel, and certainly in the surrounding world of the Middle East, much of Israel receives less than 4 inches of rain a year. Less than 4. That was yesterday. 4. There are places around the Dead Sea, and certainly in the more profound desert country, that receive less than 2 inches of rain a year. In a desert world, someone like Matthew has experienced the desert world. Rain is not bad news. Rain is great, wonderful news. You easily run out and sing and dance in the rain for however long it lasts. You put out everything that will catch a raindrop so you can store up and save the water, because the raindrops are blessings. For someone like me, raised the way I was, coming to believe what I believe, I can look at a song like the one we heard from Laura's story this morning, and the lyrics make perfect sense to me. That we pray for easy and peaceful and simple and healing and calm. But God hears what we really need and provides what we really need. At least much of the time. And like me, Laura, I think, understood raindrops to be unpleasant, unfortunate, the kinds of things people don't like. So when she says, what if your blessings come in raindrops? It's meant to stir us to rethink. Maybe what we think is bad news is actually good news. Maybe what we think is disappointment is actually God fulfilling promises. What we experience as upsetting maybe is simply meant to be life-changing. Maybe by not giving us what we want, God sets us free from the illusion that we're going to get what we want. Maybe, all of the blessings come in raindrops. Maybe the healing comes through tears. Right? Maybe it takes 1,000 sleepless nights to believe that God is near. Maybe the trials of life are God's mercy in disguise. Maybe. But when I translate it more from Matthew's experience, from those people in the Middle East, from those people of Israel, for whom raindrops were not bad news, but good news, a great evidence of God's generous grace. Maybe it's not that God's mercies are in disguise at all. Maybe the raindrops are good news. Maybe the tears are good things. Maybe a sleepless night is exactly what we need now and then to help us appreciate everything else that's going on in our lives. Maybe God's mercies aren't in disguise at all. It's just we have never learned what to look for. Maybe the way we've been raised and the way we've experienced lives causes us to interpret reality in our own way, but we're wrong. Maybe when we don't get what we want, maybe it's the best thing God could possibly do for us. Maybe when plans don't go the way we intended, maybe it is evidence that a God thing is about to occur. So maybe God's blessings do come in raindrops, but they're not in disguise once we've learned to see what they are for what they are. Maybe yesterday was a wonderful day. Maybe the rain is exactly what we need. Maybe whatever it is you interpret right now as bad news is somehow good news. Maybe when you think God has ignored you is exactly when God is I would never say everything is always the case. But somehow I imagine that it's true more often than we realize. Maybe God's blessings come in raindrops. And God's healing comes through tears. And the blessings aren't in disguise when we know what to look for. Let us pray. So much about who we are has been shaped by what we've been taught and what we've experienced and how we've interpreted it. And it's humbling and upsetting to believe sometimes maybe we just did wrong. And that we still need you to teach us what to look for and how to respond. To teach us what faith really is. To teach us what grace looks like. Allow us, oh God, to see it more clearly and experience it with more joy and gratitude. Let it change us, how we behave. Let it change our attitudes. Let it change what we believe. Let it change us all. In Jesus' name.